Coming up on this episode of the Disaster Podcast, the insane story of how they actually discovered radon problems in homes. You're not going to believe this one. While radon gas was originally discovered in 1900 by German physicist Friedrich Ernst Dorn, radon contamination inside homes wasn't discovered until 1984, nearly a century later. Since radon gas was originally discovered in a laboratory setting, no one was thinking about the risks posed by naturally occurring radon gas in rock and soil, but everything was about to change. See, in January of 1984, Pennsylvania was preparing to open their newest nuclear power plant in Limerick, Pennsylvania. This was a cutting-edge facility for its time, featuring a lot of safety measures to protect workers and the families in their small community. One of those safety features were radiation detectors that had been installed at the exterior doors of the power plant. Employees would walk through these radiation detectors when they were arriving or leaving the facility, ensuring that they were not tracking radioactive material into the streets of their small town. Imagine the confusion one morning when a power plant worker arrived at the beginning of his shift and set off the radiation detectors as he entered the building. Not only would this have been reason for concern on its own, but the nuclear power plant hadn't yet been brought online, and the radioactive material needed to operate it hadn't even arrived yet. So what was going on? Not able to find any reason for this worker to have set off the radiation detectors, they were understandably baffled, and initially considered it to be an equipment malfunction. But day after day, week after week, the radiation detectors kept going off for this same worker. How would this worker have picked up so much radioactive material? It certainly didn't happen at the power plant because it wasn't operational yet, so the investigation officially began. During their investigation, officials discovered extremely high levels of radioactivity on the worker's clothing and inside his home. For comparison, the EPA recommends installation of a radon mitigation system if your home radon level tests at 4.0 picocuries per liter or higher. Testing conducted during the investigation showed levels in his home of 2,700 picocuries per liter. That's a level of radioactivity that's higher than you typically see in uranium mines. After identifying that his home was the cause of his radioactivity, the worker and his family were moved out of the home, and the EPA stepped in to find out why. The work the EPA did at this property was instrumental in identifying the source of radon contamination, the potential for radon gas to become trapped inside homes where it can be a hazard to occupants, and the development of methods to effectively address radon issues in homes and businesses. After several months of investigation, testing, and trial and error, the EPA was able to effectively reduce the radon level to below 4.0 picocuries per liter, and the worker and his family were able to move back in. This is just an insane but true story. Because you can't see, taste, or smell radon gas, the worker and his family had no way of knowing that the second leading cause of lung cancer was even in their home. Even now, when we know so much more about radon gas and the risks of radon exposure, there's no way to know if you have a radon issue in your home without testing for it. The worker and his family still live in their home, and the radon mitigation system has effectively kept their home safe, though we're sure there have been a few upgrades to the system over the years. Isn't that an insane story? Be sure to give us a like and follow, and be sure to check out our other great content. Would you like to take control of your future and build a business you can be proud of? We can help. As a Disaster Blaster franchise partner, our industry experts will help you unlock the potential of the $210 billion restoration industry. Disaster Blaster offers the most revenue streams in the restoration industry, training and support from industry experts, a unique model primed for your success, and more. Call our franchise team today to learn more at 302-242-1042 or visit us on the web at disasterblasterfranchise.com. Stay tuned for some frequently asked questions, but while you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Have you heard of radon gas? This radioactive gas is the second leading cause of lung cancer in the United States, resulting in 21,000 lung cancer deaths each year. You might be wondering how you protect yourself from a radioactive gas that you can't see, taste, or smell, or for that matter, where it comes from. You may be surprised to learn that radon gas actually occurs naturally in the rock and soil beneath our feet. Normally, this isn't an issue, as this gas disperses into the air when it makes its way to the surface. Unfortunately, this becomes a problem when we build homes in areas where radon gas is an issue. Instead of the radon gas working its way to the surface, it can accumulate inside homes where property owners are exposed to a high concentration of radon gas over a prolonged period of time. This effectively traps you and your family inside a home with a dangerous cancer-causing gas. While the highest concentrations of radon gas will often be found in the basement due to the fact that the radon gas is generally going to be entering through your home's foundation, high levels of radon gas are also commonly found in additions, rooms above crawl spaces, and first floors. What's even more surprising is just how common radon gas issues are inside of homes. Nationally, 1 in every 15 homes in the United States is estimated to have a radon level of 4.0 picocuries per liter or higher, and in some states, like Pennsylvania, that number can be as high as 1 in every 2.5 homes. 4.0 picocuries per liter is considered the action level where you would want to address a radon issue. Since radon gas originates below our homes, it's difficult to guess what the path may be that this gas follows to the surface. So it's impossible to plan new construction to avoid the potential for radon gas intrusion entirely. Luckily, there is specialized radon testing and radon mitigation systems able to identify and resolve these issues effectively. Because radon gas is odorless, colorless, and tasteless, it could be in your home without you ever knowing, which is why it is so important to test homes for radon gas to determine if a radon issue exists in the property and how serious the issue may be. If a radon issue is discovered in a property, a qualified radon mitigation company, like your local disaster blaster, is able to resolve this issue for you by installing a specialized radon mitigation system that vents the radon gas outside your home above the roof line so that it can't accumulate inside the property. Do you have more questions about radon gas? Don't hesitate to contact your local disaster blaster to learn more. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And while you're here, check out our other great content.